In this video, we're going to go over how to draw a very simple basic line shape like I've done here. So this is the logo for the Sydney Thunder Big Bash League 2020 cricket team. And all I need to do to create this is jump onto Google and find a base image that I'm going to use as my template. So I've found this one here. I'm just going to right click, I'm going to copy that image. I'm going to go to my blank template and open up my layers. So I'm going to paste this now, and you can see it's quite big, and because we've got this background here, it kind of masks our skateboard. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag this down here. I'm going to draw it over here, and once I'm finished, I'm going to scale it down to meet my skateboard. Before I start drawing though, I'm going to come down, I'm going to create a new layer. I'm going to then lock layer 2. So I can't actually edit that image I pasted, so I don't accidentally bump and move it and lose my place. So layer 3 selected, you can see it's highlighted blue there. I'm going to zoom in a little bit and start drawing. So to trace a very basic line drawing, so this is a line drawing, there is no curves on there whatsoever, it's all straight lines. The best tool to use for that is the pen tool. I'm going to use the pen tool, and before I start drawing, I want to set a few properties. So to make it easy for me to see what I'm doing, I'm going to come up here to my colors, press this left one here. I want it to be transparent, so none, the red slash. So I don't want any fill, but I want the outline of it to be a color I can see. So if this was a black image, I wouldn't use black, I'd use something bright like yellow. In this case, it's green, so black's going to be easy to see. So I'm going to choose black. The other thing I like to do is change the size. So at the moment, if I drew that line, you can see it's quite thin, it's a bit hard to see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my thickness to about 2 point. It just makes it a little bit easier to see what I'm doing. So to use the pen tool, it's just a simple matter of clicking once, going to where you want, click again, and keep clicking till you've drawn. And at the very end, you want to make sure you come back to the beginning, and you can see when you mouse over there, a little circle appears at the bottom right of my cursor. If I click there, it makes it a complete object. A few things to note when you're using this: if you click and hold and draw, you'll see you get these weird handles. This is to start doing curves. We don't want to do that with this particular tool. There's a better tool called the curvature tool, and you can see using this tool, if I use the curves, I get these kind of weird dents in my curves, so it's not the best tool for that. When you're ready, you're going to have the pen tool selected, you've checked the outline color, you've checked the stroke weight so you can see it. Just going to click and drag around your shape as best as you can to get that logo completed. And remember, you always have to close the shape for it to work on the vinyl cutter. You know you've done so because the line stops drawing. So that's pretty close to what I've done. If you want to fix a few of your mistakes, if you missed a little bit there, you don't have to redraw it all. You can come up here to the direct selection tool, which is the white arrow. Click on that, and then if you come and click on one of your anchors, you can see you can actually drag it around to fine tune where you want those placed. Once you're happy with it, use the selection tool again, the black arrow, and you can see there it's highlighted my shape. And I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to drag this up to my skateboard. It's way too big, so let's shrink it down. Again, remember, hold shift to ensure that it doesn't stretch like that. Hold shift to keep that ratio. Now I'm going to draw it into position. So that's pretty good. That's my logo. If I sent that now, it would cut that shape out, and that might be what I want. If we want to do like we did with the text and actually have it an outline logo instead of being one solid piece, I'll put a center in there so you can see at the moment. If I cut that out of purple vinyl, that's what it would look like. All I need to do to make an outline is click on my line, like we did earlier with the text, choose 0.25 point so we can see the offset pretty easily. I'm going to make this a bit smaller because I'm going to do an outside offset. I'm going to go to Object, Path, Offset Path, and you can see there that's offset it pretty well. There is some overlapping in some areas, and that's 0.5. So we've gone on the inside again. To go on the outside, let's change that to 1. And that doesn't look too bad. It's gone the outside. We don't have the overlaps. We got some weird things going on the end here. So I'm just going to play around with my joins. So on miter, let's put it on to round. And there we go. That's looking pretty good. Nice and rounded around the edges. Nothing's overlapping. If I hit OK, that would be my outline vinyl sticker. So nice and easy, quick to draw using the line tool. And if we want to, we can add the offset tool as well to add a second outline to that.